My guest is Kiana Wenzell, Director of Detroit's Month of Design Festival and Co-Executive Director of Design Core Detroit. Kiana, welcome.
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. It is festival time and it's starting on September 1st. It's the Detroit Month of Design Festival taking place throughout the city of Detroit. Over 80 events and activities happening. We have studio tours, pop-up events, family-friendly outdoor activities. It's a lot to take in across the city, and there's something for everyone.
Yes, that is right. 2023 marks the 13th annual Detroit Month of Design, which is a multidisciplinary festival occurring throughout the city of Detroit. And we are just super excited for the schedule this year.
Kiana, what is the theme for this year's festival?
This year's theme is United by Design because we are focused on what connects our community. Designers don't just create product, but we create services and systems, and we're all connected by the items and things that we use as we navigate through space. We've been reflecting a lot on the power and the joy of interdisciplinary teams, and that we are relying on each other. We are focused on community-based approaches to design, where you have residents, business owners, policymakers, and a designer on the team from the beginning, rather than just the designer and the funder designing for the residents without them being a part of the process from beginning to end. So we are united by design, and that's how the theme unfolded.
So take us through some of the events that are happening this year during the festival.
Yes, so this year our top 5 story angles that have, risen to the top from the events that are happening are advanced technologies. Detroit is known as a transportation capital and motor city capital, but we're so much more. We have the first 3D printed home in the state of Michigan that is on the calendar this year. Citizen Robotics is a company, and they're really addressing affordability in housing, helping to make housing affordable by creating materials and products through their 3D printed concrete machine and using that as a way to kind of balance housing. We also have a new lab at Michigan Central, which is all about mobility startups. Another strong theme is sustainable fashion. So we have the Industrial Sewing and Innovation Center, Isaac, hosting an event and giving tours of their newly renovated and high-tech workshop that people can walk through. Clear Line Magazine is doing a magazine release, their sustainability issue. We have crafts. Detroit is a very strong craft-based region. We have the College for Creative Studies and Cranbrook that really rooted us in that technique and process. So there are exhibitions at I Am Weiss Gallery. There's Encounter with Nina Cho. She's a furniture designer. Minjing Namkoon is a fiber artist. Elizabeth Sloan is doing an exhibition called Thread. We have events that are looking at land use. Detroit is rich in natural resources, but how do we program and activate that land? So the Detroit Land Lab, led by Tanya Stevens and the University of Michigan, is looking at how landscape designers, land advocates, and resident land stewards can come together and approach land activation using a holistic community-based process. There's also Detroit Future City is working with residents in the East Warren neighborhood. It was a neighborhood that experienced a lot of disinvestment, and they are going to show how the community has come together using a community-based approach to activate the land in that neighborhood. And then lastly, we have a lot of hyper-local events. You touched on some of them, like Eastern Market After Dark. There's going to be design days at the DeQuinder. So that's a little bit of what's going on in the festival this year.
There is definitely A ton going on. How does design improve the lives of everyday people?
I like to say that design can impact our lives for better or for worse. Design is not neutral. And designers don't just create products like a chair or a table. We also create services and systems. And so if you have a designer that is creating a transportation system, or a team that's working on a healthcare system, or if you have products that are used by the public, like how a school is designed, that's going to impact the learning of a young person. If you have a designer that's working in a hospital and you're looking at healing and recovery, that's impacting health. And so designers are there at every intersection of our life, whether it's the chair that we're sitting on, the computer that we're using, or the train station that we're walking through. Our quality of life is impacted by the design of that product, service, or system.
Thank you for bringing that to life and making it clear on what design is and how it impacts us. It's everything around us. You mentioned Design Core.
Yeah.
Design Core Detroit, where you are the co-executive director. Who is Design Core Detroit and what is the mission?
Design Core Detroit is a nonprofit economic development organization that is housed at the College for Creative Studies. We were founded in 2010 by business leaders from Michigan and CCS to support design-driven businesses, because we know that the creative economy is a huge contributor to the economic landscape of Detroit. So we say that our tagline is Champions of Detroit Design. And our mission is to continue to establish Detroit as a globally recognized and valued creative capital. We work to tell Detroit's design story locally, nationally, and internationally. And the Month of Design is a platform for us telling our story on an annual basis.
Kiana, where can people find out more information about the upcoming festival?
You can find more information at DetroitMonthOfDesign.com.
What are you hoping that people that attend the festival will take away this year?
Yes, I hope that festival attendees will take away that the power of design and creative tools can be used by everyone to improve their quality of life and their environment. The purpose of the festival is to connect designers with each other, connect designers with new audiences and new customers and consumers, and to help business owners and residents really see the value of design and how it can impact their life. So if every person just took one of those home with them, then I would be very happy.
Watch One Detroit, Thursday at 7:30 p.m.
You can find more at onedetroitpbs.org or subscribe to our social media channels and sign up for our One Detroit newsletter.